Now let us understand each of the layers in little details. The first layer from the top is called apps. The full form is application, or you can say software application. It is a piece of software that does some specific work for you. I am pretty sure you have used YouTube, Gmail, Amazon, or you have played games in your mobile phone, right? Those are all example of apps or software applications. Now, in computer science, it does not need to be only a mobile phone apps. It can take any other form. For example, it can be a web application or a website, or it can be a standalone desktop application or a network application, or even it can be a complicated automated vehicle application that is put inside the Tesla vehicle, or it can be a rocket launching application that is put inside the motherboard to control a rocket. The second layer of computer is high-level programming language. This is a set of commands, instructions, and other syntax used to create a software program or the software applications that I have just mentioned. I am pretty sure you have already heard about several programming languages. For example, I believe you have heard about HTML, CSS, Python, JavaScript, C++, Java, all these languages. Those are some of the languages that are developed to facilitate the app developer to develop their application or their specific application easily. Those are all examples of high-level programming languages. The third layer of computer is assembly level language, which are specific to each different types of processor. For example, there are different companies come up with different types of processor, such as Intel processor, or let's say AMD processor. So all these processors follow some specific sets of instruction to work properly or to function properly. And those specific sets of instruction specific to each of the processor are called assembly level language. It is of course a lower level programming language compared to the high level programming language designed for that specific type of processor. The fourth layer of computer is operating system or OS and system software, which is an intermediary between you, your apps, and the computer hardware. Without the operating system, you cannot do anything with your computer. Well, I should not say you cannot do anything with the computer, but it will be immensely difficult. As a matter of fact, after switching on your computer or your mobile device, the screen that you get, that is also the part of the operating system. Now, when it comes to computer, I'm pretty sure you all have used Windows operating system. But Windows is not the only operating system that are used in desktop or laptop. There are Linux, there are Mac. All these are example of desktop operating system. And when it comes to mobile devices, there are iOS, Android, all these different operating system. And operating system basically is a collection of system software that connects the apps or the software application to the computer hardware. The fifth layer of computer is machine level language. Now, when the computer is ultimately a machine, and a machine only understands electric pulses, that is either switch on or switch off, that is a sequence of zeros or ones. Now, Whenever a software works on your computer, that means the high-level programming language, either it is Python, C++, Java, JavaScript, whatever it is, that need to be converted to this machine level language, of course following some kind of process. Without converting the high level language to machine level language, you cannot do anything. The sixth layer of computer is logic gates. This is basically an abstract representation of many computer chips working together. When they're working together, they actually perform some specific logical work. A logic gates accepts a sequence of zeros and ones, that is machine level switch on or switch off, as inputs, and then it outputs some specific type of results based on their function. We basically use different type of symbol, as you can see in this picture, to represent different types of logic gates. And here actually all these they can take any type of inputs, for example a sequence of zeros and ones, and then they output based on this function, and the functionality is depends on their type, and which is represented with different types of symbols. You can learn about all these logic gates and everything in your digital logic design classes. The last layer of computer is hardware. That is all the physical parts of a computer. It ranges from chips to the transistor to your motherboard, RAM, to your keyboard, mouse, monitor. All these things are part of computer hardware. Means whatever physical devices you can see either as a user, means your entire computer or keyboard and all other peripheral devices, to if you open the computer or if you break the computer, then whatever bits and pieces or transistor and chips you can see inside it, all of them are part of computer hardware.